Hi, I'm Megan. Welcome to today's live reading from my Bronc Riding Cowgirl by Brooke May, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Join me. Prologue. Tori, 9 years old. Hoofs thunder after the brutal thrashing is over, and the piercing whistle breaks through the cheering of the small crowd of my dad's students. It's exciting just to be watching, but it would be even better if I could be on the other side of the practice arena, getting on the back of one of those beautiful horses to unleash the wildness with a nod of my head and show those boys that even girls can do this. Tori Jean, get your butt down from there this instant. Emma's horse might try to bite or kick at you. Mom shouts from her arena where she's working with other girls in barrel racing. I'm supposed to be on my horse, Thumper, and over there working with the girls whose parents paid for them to get lessons with my mom, but barrel racing is boring. Bronc riding, bear or saddle, has excitement racing through me and steals my attention every time. My grip on the somewhat hot railing tightens in an attempt to stay put while silently begging my dad to see me in my excitement and allow me to come over and give it a try. Mom and Dad help out with their longtime family friends with their rodeo camp every summer, and in turn, Dylan and I are also here with the other kids who are our friends to do what chores need to be done. My mom was a barrel racer in high school and is now a nurse who helps in that department. And my dad is a former saddle bronc rider who instructs a bunch of green rodeo cowboys when he isn't working our family ranch. Everyone has their jobs here, and I'm supposed to be showing the girls what to do as well as help put the barrels back up if they get knocked over, which happens a lot with Emma's daughter, Aspen. I'm fine, Mom, I shout back, but never break my focus on the next boy getting set. The horses rarely make it over here anyway. She's worried over nothing. Once they get the older boys off their backs and are free of their flank straps, they settle down and head to the gate, leading them back to where they can eat. Horses are smart, and these ones are spoiled, especially when I'm around. Tori, get your rear end over here. Mom snaps at my back. It doesn't scare me, even though she's closer now. I'm used to my middle name coming out. It's when she adds our last name that I know I need to listen and be good, or Dad will be coming over. I rest my head on the heated pole of the paneling with a sigh, just as Dad releases one of the three chutes and a rider and a horse spring out. My big brother Dylan is above with the rest of the boys, timing the ride as the horse and rider do the dance I want to do so badly. These guys are nothing compared to the pros like my dad. The horses aren't ranked either. They're older, retired ones who only have weak jumps and twists left in them. For the rest of the year, they enjoy retirement on what looks like endless pastures in the company of plenty of mares. There are no high kicks, all four legs coming off the ground, or any picturesque shots photographers would want to capture. Like all the other boys, the ride is over too soon. I twist my lips because my jealousy has had enough torture for the day, and I hop down. But I don't go back to Mom. Instead, I grab Thumper's reins and lead him around to the arena where all the horses who have been ridden today snack on the goods Dylan and Hunter put out for them earlier. Thumper meanders behind me, his nose down enough to bump into my back. At least he isn't nibbling at my braids as I guide us to our destination. I'll take care of you in a few. Rubbing his nose, I tie him off on the paneling. Be right back. Kissing his nose, I leave him, there to nibble at the grass growing around the post. Bronc saddles line the foot of the stairs leading up to where the boys are with my brother as my dad talks about the previous boys' ride. Some of them brought their own when they came here for the camp, while the rest belonged to my dad and the master's family. My fingers run over all of them. The hard, smooth leather is perfection under my fingertips. I want to sit on them on the back of a horse where I can give a single nod and the chute flies open. With another sigh, I go onto the horses. There are only 5 of them in there now, with 3 more to come as the last of the boys get a chance to ride. I've been around horses long before I can remember. They're like big dogs to me, so as I approach, there's no fear running through me, just confidence. It doesn't take long to gain their attention. I always bring them treats, but I don't have any today. Big Red is the first to reach me. The red roan with the blades down the center of his face is one of the biggest softies, even if he was an amazing bronc back in his day. Hey there, handsome. My hand connects with the velvety softness of his nose. He may look like a beast when a rider is on his back, but just like the rest, he is as gentle as they come. You did good today. He nods to me when I lean in and give him a kiss. Want to know a secret, Big Red? He huffs, giving me his horsey answer. I'm going to be one of them someday. I'm going to be a bronc rider. Chapter 1. Tori, present day. The country station coming through the speakers over our heads does nothing to muffle the cowbell that seems to be constantly going off as more people are either coming into or going out roping up the bakery owned by one of my mom's best friends, Maddie Price, and where I work. Business has really picked up now that it's rodeo week, the biggest week of the year in Elk Field, and excitement shoots through me with a joy that no one has any clue about. Okay, only a couple have any idea. Everything at roping up is certainly keeping me busy in the back. Between mixing several different batters at once with the help of mixers and working dough, I've barely had time to even peek out front to see how busy we truly are. That's sugar cookie dough, not biscuits, you know. Maddie's smiling face greets me as I look up from the dough, I like making the least. I don't like doing any of this, but it's a good job and I definitely need one. Laugh lines don't mar her face. They only add to her sweet beauty. Maddie has always been the calm one out of my mom and her friends. She's also been the one I've gone to if I couldn't talk to my mom about something. Whereas those moments may be, she's been there like another mom. I have 2 of those. It also helps that her youngest, Hope, is one of my best friends. Sorry, I cringe. I guess this batch would probably go best with coffee. Taking a step back, I rub my forehead with my arm, seeing as my fingers have wedges of dough between them. She laughs with a nod but doesn't move, even though I can now hear people up front. Want to talk about it? It? I scoff out of nerves. There's no it to talk about. Fiddling with the dough between makes my fingers itch, and I dart my gaze away from her all-knowing one. There certainly is an it, but not one I want to talk to her about. Not yet. Then why would you use the cookie dough as a punching bag? Her long braid falls over one shoulder as her head tilts, and a brow reaches her graying hairline. You know I'm always here for you and can keep a secret if you don't want your parents to know yet, right? My fingers twitch. She hit the nail on the head right there. I'm not going to tell her, though, because it's something I want to keep to myself a little while longer, even if it's making me a little edgy. No one is going to be onto what my surprise is, especially with the ones helping me keep their lips zipped. There's too much else going on right now to even find the right way to tell everyone. Besides, Maddie has her own things going on with her kids. Ashlyn, who's acting like a crazy woman, and Shooter, who spread himself so thin that I don't even know how he gets any sleep to worry about me. For the past couple of years, I've hidden something from everyone important in my life. Well, 2 people know what I've had up my proverbial sleeve for this coming weekend, mainly because one is supplying a safe location to practice, and the other is making my saddle and chaps in secret. I've covered up bruises as well as hogged the bathroom I used to share with my brother under the pretense of painting my nails or some shit like that. I've had to keep up the ruse for the past couple of years while feeling like I'm lying, especially when my brother thinks some guy is messing with my heart. But it's all going to be out in the open real soon. That's one thing I love most about you, Maddie, but seriously, I'm okay. There's nothing to worry about. It's not a lie. Hopefully, I can just pull the wool over her eyes just a little while longer with a smile. Are we running out of goodies out there? I jerk my chin to the front, doing my best to get her attention far away from me. There's going to be enough of that after this weekend. And that's the truly scary part. I've never been an attention seeker. I don't like being the center of any given group setting, but I'm not a wallflower either. Things are about to change in a big way that will thrust me into center stage, not just on a local level, but also a national and possibly global one. That's why I came back here to check on you and make sure our next batch of sugar cookies weren't going to come out like bricks. She eyed the dough again with a brow still arched. I'll roll them out now. With a blush dusting my face, I step back to the counter and reach into the drawer to grab my rolling pin. Do you need help up front? We're good. She hums as if she has more to say, but chooses to keep her comment to herself, even with Ashlyn acting like, well, that. I wave to the window that gives me a glimpse of the bakery front. Ashlyn, Maddie's oldest daughter, is dancing around display cabinets while also singing and pushing buttons on the register, but she isn't really acting like herself. She's lost her damn mind, and I'm positive it has to do with the street dance performances she's doing this coming weekend. That will work itself out. Maddie waves off her daughter's strange behavior and turns back to me. I'm more concerned with you right now. I promise there's nothing to worry about. Yes, I'm keeping something to myself, but I needed to stay that way for a little while longer. No forced smiles, no pretending something isn't eating away at me, because I have to face it. What I'm keeping from her, my parents, and most of the world will change how they all see me. But I'm ready for it. I have something to prove. I may not like being an attention getter, but I do enjoy proving people wrong a great deal. Dylan's one of my favorite targets, but this time it's his gender as a whole, right alongside the women in the world listening to men tell them they can't do something. I plan on being a change in the world of rodeo. But first, I need to survive the next few days, working here, moving stock to the fairgrounds, the parade, and of course, sneaking in one last practice ride before the world watches me do it on the back of a younger, crazier horse, all rest in front of me, waiting to test and push me. Okay. Reaching out, she squeezes my arms before giving my punching bag dough a once over, then heads back out to the thick of it. The dough is a little flakier than normal as I roll it out and cut out the rodeo themes. Maddie will decorate with frosting once they are cool. My phone buzzes in my pocket just as I slide the tray into the waiting oven. A benefit of working for a family friend gives me the chance to have it on and with me at all times. I wait until I have all the dough ready and my hands washed before checking it. Sheila, chaps are ready. Want me to keep them until this weekend? The smile spreading across my face is genuine now. Finding chaps that fit me was difficult, so my best friend worked her magic and made me a pair, instead using the skills she learned from her family. Me, this weekend, if you don't mind. I can't wait to see. Thank you so much. Sheila, you're welcome. You're going to kick ass. There's a skip in my step as I get back to getting the sugar cookies baked and out front. Aspen will have everything set up for me to have a final practice ride later tonight while everyone else is busy. She doesn't like keeping secrets from my brother, but she's been wonderful in this. I'm about ready to make national rodeo news.